From COVID-19 to adaptive education in times of emergency and crisis in K-12. Hi, I am Dr. Tamara Hudnell. I am a teacher in the Norfolk Public School System. I've been teaching for 19 years in the K-12 field and have recently received my doctorate from Nova Southeastern University in Instructional Technology and Distance Education. Reflection for the future of K-12. COVID-19 caused schools to be shut down March 16th all over Virginia. Everyone was thinking, how are we going to teach the kids? How long are we going to be closed? Our school districts use Google Classroom to upload schoolwork and Zoom to meet with students online Monday through Thursday. We had never done that before. So there was this huge learning curve for most teachers. If the student was not able to get online, the student received packets that covered every core subject for that grade. Surrounding school districts that were one-to-one prior to the pandemic were able to get online quicker with students, and they were already using learning management systems 2 years prior to our school systems. Pre-pandemic, you never heard the words asynchronous and synchronous and Zoom in the K-12. There is a new opportunity for research on pre-pandemic education in K-12 and post-pandemic education. So as I reflect for the future of K-12, 7 months after the pandemic, I see a lot of opportunities, especially in entrepreneurial education research. Readiness and emergency management for schools. Readiness and emergency management for schools, REMS, is a center for preparing for responding to COVID-19. For schools, continuity of operations planning means preparing to support the whole school community in the event of short and long-term student and staff absences, school dismissals, and/or school closures. And effective co-op planning for schools is done in collaboration with community partners, since school systems often play key roles in community preparedness plans, especially response and recovery initiatives. When COVID-19 hit, continuity of operations planning annex was integrated into the emergency operations planning. Needs of educators to update the repertoire of knowledge, pedagogy, and technology. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced us as teachers to think critically when it comes to pedagogy and research. The pedagogy will need to change slightly to adjust to being online to engage students via teleconference. This is different when being in a classroom in front of students. It's a lot easier to engage students when you're in front of them. You're looking in their eyes, you're making them laugh, you're pointing to the assignment that they need, you're asking them questions, you have their attention. However, when you are online and you have to get their attention, teachers would have to learn new ways to engage and motivate students through technology or through a teleconference Zoom. COVID-19 has changed assumptions in online education, as well as broken through new frontiers to reset the research agenda. Pedagogy and technology, the repertoire of knowledge prior to COVID-19, all of that is changing as quickly as technology. Sensitive in response to educational needs. I have found that it's been very rewarding for me to be sensitive not only to my students, but also to fellow teachers, also to parents, also being understanding with my administration that is over me, and trying to collaborate and come together. It's been because I want that same sensitivity when I am having a hard time. And it's been very rewarding and coming together with not only my team, but also incorporating my parents into that team, because my parents are the ones that sit with my elementary students and work with them and work with assignments. And I've found that whereas maybe before I wasn't as available as a teacher and an educator, now I'm available. I'm much more available. I'm even available on weekends. I'm even teaching students after hours, trying to help them to gain a sustainable academic a confidence. So, and helping and available to my parents and not feeling frustrated if they call me after hours. So I answer the phone. I talk with my parents. I talk with my students because we're a family. Post COVID-19, I'm going to still do some of the things that I'm doing right now as an educator in order to close gaps, in order to build relationship with my parents, in order to continue the relationship building that I have with my students as well as my team. Thank you so much. As far as recommendations and for future directions, will be to continue what we're doing now as part of a tool, as part of a platform for education in the K-12. Thank you.